Well, hello. And guess what, folks? It's coming home. Look at that. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. Hello, yo. How are we all doing today? I hope everybody is all well. Absolute scenes yesterday. Oh, God, what a day to be streaming. An hour at work. Sucks and sucks and sucks. But shout out to everybody who's in the stream right now. Which that is Connor, shout out to you. Kevin Correa, shout out to you, my friend. James the Gilligaff Chadwick. Austin 316. Amazing. Yeah, James has just dropped in the fact that Jadon Sancho has just signed for Man United, which is absolute awesome news. Yeah, I did see it as well, James. I saw it on Facebook of all places, but yeah, awesome news for you guys. Some interesting stuff what has come in the wrestling world today as well. Apparently WWE filed the trademark for Happy Corbin. Happy Corbin. Let that sink in for a few minutes. Does that mean we're getting a face turn, or are we getting an annoying, over happy Corbin character in the future? I mean, please drop into the chat what you think of that one. Heather Wright, shout out to you. Lol, the Pale of Fail. Yes, the Pale of Fail. We've had the Hall of Shame. We've had Winners Row. We've got the Pale of Fail, folks. And all the teams what were promising so much at the start of this tournament are all in it. So we've got France, Portugal, Netherlands, and Germany. Yes, absolute epic scenes yesterday. I did see the game. Obviously, I couldn't stream. Yeah, me at work, literally before I started work, seeing the goals going, with everybody in the canteen just like literally screaming and shouting. It was pretty epic. And now we've got the bloody Ukraine. What's going on in this tournament, folks? Yeah, absolute epic scenes. So we are going to talk about the quarterfinals. What we predict is going to win. I mean, God, this tournament so far, who knows? Really, who knows is what's going to go through. So Austin says it has to be a face turn for Corbin. Hope so too, because I want to see him as a face. He needs a refresh. James Chadwick says Happy Corbin. Is this a new gimmick on crack? Yes it is, bud. It is. Yeah, that's the news. What's come out today that the WWE have filed a trademark for Happy Corbin. Yeah. Oh no, it's strange. Bit of news there. It's coming home. It's coming home. Definitely. Cannot state that enough. Dylan McClaw says Spain are going to beat Switzerland. Dave. Who knows? Who absolutely knows with this tournament so far? Everright says it's a face turn, but somehow I think WWE are ripping off Adam Sandler's Happy Gilmore. Yes, it does feel like an Happy Gilmore thing, doesn't it? Yeah, you do think that like an Happy Gilmore. But hey, if it works and Corbin comes out swinging, then I'm sure it's going to be a refresh for sure. England are going to win. Yeah, we're going to talk about these games now. England going to win it all, says Kevin Correa. You know what? From where we are sitting right now, I wouldn't bet against that, to be honest. So we are going to look at the first games, which are Friday, which is Belgium, Italy, and Spain, Switzerland. We've already had the shocks. Belgium beating Portugal. Now we've got Italy. I think Italy are going to win out of the two. Now that Kevin De Bruyne has gone, a massive influential player in midfield, I'm sure you all agree. With him gone now, the first half against Denmark, Belgium were crap, absolutely shocking. And I think Italy are a good enough team to display to take advantage of that. So I do see Italy actually winning. I actually see Italy winning in the 90 minutes in that game. Spain, Switzerland. would have called Spain all day long, but Switzerland, hey, they've knocked out the world champions, guys. So, yes, it was on penalties, but they got them to penalties. So, is this game cut and is this game that predictable? I don't know. I think Swiss could cause a few headaches in this tournament. I do think Spain will face Italy in the next round. I'll just read some more of your comments. Would you feel more confident for England to win if Italy gets eliminated? To be quite honest with you, it doesn't matter. You're in a final. You face who you face in a final, so I'm not bothered who gets through. If, in all honesty, we've got Wembley. That is a big, massive difference maker. I didn't think it would be, but after seeing that Germany game, it definitely is. Oh, Spain versus Switzerland. Switzerland are doomed, says Ever. Italy, Spain winning, says Connor. I've got Italy and Spain winning, to be fair. I think that is going to be your first semi-final. James says, my guess is Belgium, Switzerland, England, Denmark. Wow, that's a very hopeful pick by James. Especially for the first two, that's a very hopeful pick. Yes, that'd suit us down to the ground. Especially with Kevin De Bruyne being out. Ever says my money's still on Italy beating Belgium 2-1. Yep, Spain makes me nervous. Yeah, Spain are my sweepstakes team, so I am so flipping happy right now, but they're still in this tournament. I don't know for how long. As long as England win, I really don't care. But yeah, Spain are my sweepstakes team, so they're still in it. So I've still got a chance at that. But yeah, we'll go on to the Saturday games, which is Czech Republic against Denmark. Don't sleep on Czech Republic, guys. I really think that this team could surprise a lot of people. Schuck is the second highest goal scorer in this tournament so far with 4 goals. Ronaldo is at top with 5. Sadly, Ronaldo's out, so he can be overtaken now. The second placed, joint second placed with Schuck is Benzema, but he's out of the tournament too. So Schuck has a real chance to become top goal scorer. Sterling's on 3, so we've got 3 matches left, so he could still do it as long as England stay in the tournament. Yeah, Connor says England Italy final. Yeah, people forget about Czech. I think people will sleep on the Czechs, to be honest. I love Denmark. I am totally behind Denmark, don't get me wrong. But do not sleep on the Czech Republic, to be honest. That could be a semi-final. We've played them already in the group stages. We could play them again. So don't be surprised at Czech actually pulling something off in this game. But the difference maker, though, is that Denmark are playing for Christian Eriksen, and their team unity at the moment is second to none. So that is going to be a really good game to watch. And then we've got the dream match. It's not a dream match though, is it? I mean, it's not a match we thought we were going to get. We thought we were facing Sweden, but it is England versus Ukraine. Should win. It got to win. Got to win that match. It's not even debatable. England will win that match. If they don't, it's Iceland again. It really is Iceland again. They've got to win. Simple as. You've just beaten Germany. I've missed most of the England-Germany game yesterday. I was at my husband's doctor's office. Alright, I miss Ronaldo. He's top goal scorer. At least you've got that. Sexy Ronaldo. I was going to put him on screen, but I've literally run out of space for him. Ever says, I've bought my first booze in over a year. Not really supposed to have it with my meds, but a single can of White Claw. Okay, cool. Yes, James, how are you feeling, bud? Heard that you were having a bit of an hard time today. Mixing drinks, not a good idea. Hope you are well, my friend. Is it is it now, Sexy Kane? Not Sir Harry Kane. Let's get it right with Sir Harry Kane. Yes, classic. Kane did bad when I had him, and I decided to do good once I took him out of my fantasy league team. That's the way it goes. Why has my last message not gone through? I have no idea. I have got no idea, James. There should be no restrictions on this video, on this stream, as there never is. So I don't know why your messages are not going through, bud. Can't even see it on my phone. Just get rid of that. Just had to chat on my phone, to be honest. Ronaldo can fit between the bucket and the Euro. Yeah, I'm not messing around looking for him, to be honest. I haven't got a picture saved on the laptop. You can imagine what he looks like. Austin, Portugal in the World Cup next year. Yes. James says, in all honesty, I don't give a shit who we play. We can beat them after beating Germany. Yeah, this is a tournament now where as long as we win and we get through to that final, I'm confident. I am super confident. Which is it could be his downfall, I'm sure, but yeah, I think we can beat Italy. I think we can beat Spain. I think we can beat Belgium. I think we can beat the Swiss. So bring them on. I think we can win. I know that what's going to happen too. I know I gave Kane one last chance. That's a year from now, right? Yes. Yeah, the World Cup, by the way, folks, is next year in Qatar, which is going to be interesting. The time zones over there are totally weird, so I don't know what streaming's going to be like for that tournament. We will have a look at it though. I probably will cover quite a bit of that. It's now it's gone through. Dylan says, Dave, if England get through to the final against Belgium, I don't know who would stop Lukaku. Lukaku's been shit, mate. He's been crappy. He had one good game against, what was it, Russia, I think it was, in the first game. He's looked crap since. I'm not worried about Lukaku. Stones would put him in his pocket and just take him out of the game. No, I'm not worried about Lukaku whatsoever. Without Kevin De Bruyne, Belgium average, if I'm being honest. When is the World Cup? Next year, November, December time next year, I believe, Connor. We better be careful. Don't want to jump into conclusions. Who England will get. How did I curse the stream? Hopefully you're not cursing this stream, Austin. Why would you curse this stream? No, don't curse this stream. Chris Zuma, shout out to you, my friend. You messed up messages going through. It was all you. Oh no, we're not starting that again. Kevin says, hope Team USA win the World Cup next year. You need a better team, mate. You need to get some quality players in that squad of yours if you're going to win the World Cup next year. Shout out to the US though. You do some good stuff in a World Cup, but yeah, a million miles away to competing with the likes of like Brazil, Italy, France. Yeah, you're miles away. But female team, that'll win a World Cup. Even YouTube don't like the gyms. Oh, I've seen some great fan reaction videos today. But did you see our Prime Minister here in the UK, Boris Johnson? We call that a celebration. Oh my God. I mean, he's our Prime Minister and he's supposed to be, representing us. What a joke. He's literally, yeah, Harry Kane, yeah, finally scores one. Jesus Christ. I mean, I've seen the Wrestling Days reaction, and that's just typical Days, isn't it? A Days reaction. In my reaction, you'd just see me disappear off the screen. Because I'd just be standing up cheering. In fact, no, you'd probably just get a crotch shot. Hit me just with my crotch in the camera way. And they go, yeah! because I'd probably jump up. Don't blame me for that, says Austin. Austin, you never cursed England long. Yeah, because he supported Germany. I told him to support Germany, so he cursed the Germans. So well done. Let's all give a round of applause for Austin316 for cursing the Germans. Corbyn seriously needs to come back. Ever since he wanted to quit, my life has become a curse. Yeah, but you supported him as an heel. He's going to come back as a face. What does that do to you? What will that mean to you and your persona? I mean, come on. You like the heel. People will start getting behind him and start liking him. What does that do for you? You'd be like, oh no, God, people are starting to like Corbyn. I've got no leverage anymore. Oh no, what am I going to do? Oh, what? I joined Wrestling Days' stream last night for NXT. What were all that shit about Bailey farting? What were all that shit about? Come on, guys. Grow the fuck up. That chat was just childish. I came in and I was just like reading it thinking, what the fuck's all this shit? Some childish people in Days' chat. It's really ridiculous and it's really annoying. Did you think that was annoying? Let me know in this chat. Because we're adults. We don't go, Bailey farted. Fucking grow up. Yeah, so that twat. Does the Queen like football? Her son does. Her grandson does, William, because he was there with his son George, Kate and William, because William is the what is it, like patron of the FA, or like major ambassador of the FA. I don't know how you call it. It's Corbyn coming back. Happy Corbyn, like Happy Gilmore. Yes, Chris. Yes, it looks like that is gonna happen. We're gonna have a happy, shiny Corbyn. Well, that was annoying. Oh, thank you for agreeing, because I saw all that shit and I was just like, what the fuck is going off with that chat? It was pathetic, and it made me want to leave, to be honest. I don't need to read that shit. I mean, yeah, you're picking on my Bailey, but it was just the level of childish. And, oh, Bailey's thick. Oh, fuck off. Go into a child chat and do that crap if you want. Portugal's next game in the World Cup qualifiers is in September. The first against Ireland. Dave, no chance Portugal losing to the Irish. Thank you, Dylan. Irish are just not a team that you used to be, unfortunately. They're a young team now, so they're going to be a long way before they're challenging again. I love Republic though. I've always had a soft spot for that national team, but sadly they're a little bit young at the moment. They was talking about a person called Bailey fan in the chat. Right, okay. I did kind of get that, but it just looked pathetic. I mean, why are you picking on somebody? It's like childish behaviour, and we don't need that. Austin said I will support in England, so I don't curse the Germans. Well, you did curse the Germans. Austin, can you support Ukraine? Yeah, Austin's now a Ukraine fan. I said what was annoying. That was annoying. I said what? Oh, you what? Oh, right, okay, fine. Just the chat last night in the NXT stream. There was a lot of kids. Well, I assume there were kids picking on Bailey fan. Oh, Bailey's farted. She's gone to the toilet and she's farted and all this kind of shit. Really not needed. Harley Griffiths. Did WWE name the New Day the best tag team ever? I mean, not that bad of a choice, to be honest. At least they didn't choose Elias and Riker. What, they've picked the New Day as the greatest tag team ever? Oh, what? Over the Road Warriors? Over Legion of Doom? Fuck off. That's WWE favouritism. No way on earth. I'd even put Rock and Roll Express above New Day. I'd even put Midnight Express above New Day. Oh, so many great tag teams. Nah, New Day are not the best in WWE, and then no way, not a chance on earth. For some reason, I keep getting attacked on Daisies as soon as I go on now. Oh wow, because you're so outspoken, James. Because you're the Gilligaff. People just see you and just go, right, he's got an opinion I don't agree with. I fly a shout out to you. What's the chat? What's the chat's trouble? Are we just talking about like shenanigans what were going off on Daisy's stream last night and how pathetic and annoying it was? Nothing too dramatical. We will move off it. Get back into more England hype. Bailey fan is a troll. Honestly, is that person a troll? Well, they're winning by people trying to troll the troll. Do you know what I mean? Getting attention. They should just leave the person alone. Let them say whatever shite they want to say. Ignore it. It's the best way to do it. God, why do people go, oh, so what if I've got an opinion what doesn't agree with yours? I just laugh. Just jog on. Hardy Boys are better than New Day. Yes, Austin. Yeah, I would put Hardy Boys above New Day as well. Alright, guys. Comment section. Put in your best ever tag team. What is your choice as the best ever tag team? Yeah, so there we go. We've just put Jay Connors just said that. Who is your best tag team? So stick it in the chat. Who's your favourites? New Day are probably top 10, top 15, but not number 1. Yes, totally agree. Edge and Christian, says Connor. Edge and Christian are in the poll. I think they came 4th or 5th. Harley says, my opinion, Usos are the best tag team this generation. Probably not ever though. Yeah, I could agree with that. James says, it's because I don't agree with that crazy Ginger Jake Holden opinion. I know I keep getting people coming at me calling me a flat earther and shit. A flat earther. James, what you can't even get offended by that because there's no such thing as a flat earth. So it's like if somebody called me a flat earther, I'll go, what the fuck are you talking about? Jesus Christ. Snowflakes, James. Snowflakes. Hardy Boys says Austin. By the way, I ordered my new Asker Funko Pop from Hot Topic. It's supposed to come in August. Yeah, that looks amazing. That pop looks amazing. Did you see James's new pop acquisition on Twitter today? He's just bought The Rock with the championship. Very classic. I need that pop. I need that Asker pop as well. James Chadwick says Legion of Doom Road Warriors. Yeah, I'm with the same opinion. With Heart Foundation not being too far behind. Hardys and Dudley Boy says Dylan. Ever says it's between Rock and Roll Express and Road Warriors. Classic tag teams. Absolutely agree. See, even with us in the chat, we're not saying the New Day. I think the Road Warrior, says Connor. Harley says, I can't remember the last time the Usos had a bad match. High Fly says, I have no idea. Tag team wrestling is immense and all the top 50 are honestly incredible. Yeah, but to put New Day as number 1. What's your thoughts on New Day being number 1? High Flyer, let me know. Because surely to God there's better tag teams. I mean, the Dudley Boys have won tag team championships in every promotion they've been in. Same with the Legion of Doom. New Day have only been in WWE. I mean, I know it's not their fault, but come on. Hate pathetic morons. Yeah, snap. I can't do with just people trying to cause drama for no need. And it just needs to be cancelled out straight away. I love big names. I love the big names in the bin. Yes, the Pale of Fail. Yeah. Yes, the big names, the big winners, the people what everybody thought was going to win this tournament are in the bin. So we had the Hall of Shame after the group stages. Then we had the winners' row for a short time, and now we've got the Pale of Ale. Just thought it'd be a nice little addition because they deserve to be canned. DX, that's a good shout. I wouldn't really call them a tag team. I call them a faction. Now, New Age Outlaws. What about them? Why are they not so high up? Give an insight of what I'm watching on TV right now. I've got One Night Stand, the second one, so I'm watching Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton. So if my attention gets a little bit distracted, it's because of that. Hi-Fi says a new set of figures, mainly elites pictures, come out a few nights ago. Asuka as well, never mind the pop. Yeah, I saw the Asuka figure. That does look legit lit. I do like that. Oh no, Dave, I need to look that up. I've just have the Rock in the Bahama. Yeah, I've got the Brahma Bulls shirt, and with the microphone. Yes, yeah. There's a brand new one where he's got a belt. It's on their WWE shop, so go check that one out. New Day are one of the best, but not the best, says iFlyer. Attached to one person who's making millions of accounts calling me racist. I'm saying I suck. I just laugh and I'm pressing the ban button. Kai and Ty are the greatest. The Dicks. Oh, could not miss the Dicks. Austin's favourite tag team, the Dicks. Harley, oh god, or Four Horsemen reckon the best women's. Not fair to say that the women don't get the opportunity back in the day, or the yeah, totally agree. Cancel the chat, cancellers, it's possible. Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. Chad, shout out to you. Where have you been, bud? It's been a while. Nice to see you, my friend. Bendo Gaming, Nuno confirmed. Nuno confirmed as Tottenham manager. Shout out to you, my friend. Booker T, Gold Dust, yeah, good tag team. My favourite growing up was Tony Garcia, Rick Martel, because Andre the Giant tagged with them. The best ever favourite of mine, says Chris. Oh, I love them dicks. Heather says, did anyone suggest a retro watch along for Sunday? I suggested 4th of July one. I can't find one. Oh, what is the a suggestion for the watch along on Sunday? Is Dave's doing a retro watch along? Cool. That'd be interesting. I'll be there. I'll be up for that. Yeah, I am watching the England game on Saturday. Sadly can't stream it because obviously I'd literally get home half an hour before the kick-off, so I'll be coming straight in from work. I could set a stream up, but I am going to be tired. I don't want to be sat here trying to stream it when I'm trying to watch the football match. You know, you see the bags under my eyes now, they'll be like here. Who was the best out of the Four Horsemen? Who was the best? Harley? That's a good question. Who was the best? Greatest enforcer was Arn Anderson, but Ric Flair, the promos Ric Flair cut. So, or the Four Horsewomen, who was the best out of the Four Horsewomen. Everybody would say Charlotte, but mine's Bailey. Come at me, Bailey all day long. What do you expect? Of course I'm going to pick Bailey, Jesus Christ. I would say Charlotte, but I can see an argument for Becky and Sasha. Oh, yeah, because you don't like Bailey, Austin. I see what you did there. Putting Bailey at the bottom when she's clearly the best. Defo, it comes to me too. Out of there. Yay, no. Yay, a new retro watch. I'm going to try and be around, says High Flyer. We like tired days. Not that tired though. I will be literally hanging. Come back you to take a what? Dave said he might do one on Sunday, but we aren't sure. As long as suggestions are right for a decent watch along, I'm sure he'll do it if people really, really want it. There's no football on Sunday, and he's got a rest on the Monday and the Tuesday because the semi-finals are not until the Tuesday. I'm looking to do another stream like this on Monday if you're all interested. Obviously, I can't do much of a watch along this weekend. Dave, lay your head on Austin's lap and take a nap. I could get Austin to start the stream and then I could join in afterwards. It's just Austin don't like being on TV. Doesn't like to be on camera, so that's a bit funny. Yeah, probably. I think the terms of the ring wrestling, Charlotte first, Bailey third, Becky fourth. Becky is a great wrestler, but shows how good they are. I think what Becky. Right, I'm probably going to be controversial with this. When I first saw Becky, I thought she was a little bit over the top. I didn't really get her. I didn't get the character that she was trying to be. I think the man character finally worked, and I think you've got a lot to thank to Nia Jax for busting her nose. Up until that point, the other gimmicks never really worked for me. I couldn't get into her. I thought she would have overacted a bit. A little bit too wrestler, trying to be a wrestler. Don't know, I never really got her. But as the man, she finally got over, and I do appreciate her. But I do think Bailey's a better wrestler. I think Charlotte is the best one out of the lot. Shassa's got the look. I love Flair as a kid, but yet Flair was the best horseman by far. Personally, I love Barry Windham. Barry Windham's so underrated. Yeah, Barry Windham. Psycho Sid joined that faction as well, didn't he, for a brief time after Tully left. I mean, there's been so many variations of the Horsemen over the years, it's really hard to keep up. I always remember it being like Sid, Barry, Flair and Arn around the late 80s. I wasn't really aware of Tully. I know Tully was the original Four Horsemen, but I didn't really know that much about him. What about the Fabulous Freebirds? What did you guys think of the Fabulous Freebirds? Can we do a quiz on Tuesday? Well, the semi-finals on the Tuesday, so no. But I can, right, on Monday, we'll stream on Monday. We'll do a similar stream to this, and we'll do a quiz. I will sort out a quiz for Monday. But Tuesday can't, because we've got a semi-final to do a watch-along for. I'll just bypassing the football altogether and just do a quiz. I think Becky's better in ring-wise. Bailey's pretty close. Becky's just raised pretty high because of how big the star she is and the impact she's made. Only over the last couple of years, though. I don't think she's been that impactful before then. Chad says there's only one female UFC fighter I want to see fight, and that meant meet her is Pearl Gonzalez. Nice one. Yeah. What about Paige Van Zandt? Do you ever think that she could make it in WWE at any point? Because there was a massive rumour not so long back that Paige Van Zandt was looking to join going into wrestling. Could she make it as a WWE star? Chris DeZuma says that his least favourite is Sasha. Cool. Let's say, what's everybody's favourite match? What of all time? Wow, that's interesting. Well, I'd like to see what people's take on that one is. Yeah, Sid was in, and so was Luger. Shout out to you, Ever. Harley says, yeah, it's a huge star. She's just one reign, 1 year. Don't understand what the execution was. Just so good, she felt huge. Can't wait for the return. Yeah, she's had a massive year. I think she's really coming to her own now as Becky, but beforehand I didn't get her. She's not somebody that was on my radar. She's got good, and that's thanks to Nia Jax and that Survivor series. I think if that didn't happen, I think we wouldn't have got the man character. Yeah, I think we would have still been looking at Becky as that Irish jiggy girl. Remember that from NXT where she came doing the Irish jig? Can't get that out of my head. Chavo and Eddie were one of the greatest WWE tag teams, says Dylan. Yes, yeah, there was the most fun tag team for sure. Freebirds, Texas Country, of course. Hated them, but they were arch enemies of Von Erichs. Yeah, but classic matches between them and the Von Erichs. Got to admit that without the Freebirds, would the Von Erichs be as good as there was? Possibly not. They always get the great baby faces with the greatest heels. Kahoot quiz. Oh, what a Kahoot quiz. I don't know how to set that up, if I'm all honest. I can barely work OBS as it is. But we'll do a quiz of some sort for sure. I don't know if I can get that to set up though. I was struggling to get a timer on my watch alongs. But the thing is, if Becky and Seth are both wrestling, who's gonna watch the kid? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, that's Mandy Rose's job. God, the chat has just fired up, so I've missed a few. Talent best born wrestler. Feeling MMA style. Yep. I've even met her back. I want her back even more than Ronda. Ronda's not coming back. She's just announced that she's having a little girl today. So yeah, it's going to be a long time before she's back into wrestling, I'm afraid, folks. Yeah, but congratulations to, and yes, great news. Yeah, the Los Conquistadors, greatest tag team ever. Yeah, because they were Edge and Christian dressed up. Ali says I just think she's turned into the man before Nia, but I don't know. A character flipping massively changed once that Nia incident happened. She really got over massively from that. I think that's where her boom was. Do you know? I think she was mediocre before, and then her stock rised pretty much after that incident. I mean, because she looked legit badass, if I'm all honest. But before then, no, I wouldn't have. There was just something about a character what didn't really do much for me. I think it's personal feeling. I'm not attacking people's opinion on that. Yeah, the blood on her face is an iconic moment. Yeah, it is. It raised her stock level. It really did. Because I don't even know if she knew what she was doing. High Flare says, even after the birth, do you think Ronda has unfinished business? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what Ronda's plans are. She's always wanted to be a mother. I think that's going to take priority. Maybe once things have settled down, she might consider it. But I wouldn't put money on it, to be honest. I think she's pretty much done. She's done all she needed to do. She was a champion for a full year, which she did. She's done a job. What has she got to prove in WWE? Heel turn on Charlotte is when she got over. That punch Nia helped her stardom, but didn't make her into the man. Okay, Austin. We were standing there trying to smile, tears coming out of my face. Yeah. Really don't think Ronda is coming back, to be honest, unless she is pulling a Brock and trying to get the most money possible. Yeah, if it's a money thing, then she'll be back. But I don't know. I think motherhood's going to take over, and I just think she's going to be wrapped up in that for quite a long time. Becky Lynch 1-on-1 has to happen. Maybe a Killer Mania SummerSlam match. Yeah, everybody keeps talking about this magical match between Becky and Rousey. It had to happen back when it should have happened, to be honest. I think Vince losing faith in Becky was a big, massive inkling that wasn't on top at the time. I think Becky's definitely due back into wrestling. I just don't think Ronda is. I think you're looking at another 2 years before Ronda's back. When it is Lesnar back? God, that's the biggest question ever. Nobody knows. And even if he has signed back with WWE, they're going to keep that until the fans are back. Yeah, Becky versus Ronda would happen at WrestleMania. It should be a submission match. Anyone looking forward to Money in the Bank? Yes, James. Yeah, let's talk about Money in the Bank as well. What you're hyped for after seeing the John Morrison Ricochet fight on Monday Night Raw. Come on, imagine that in front of a crowd. Them two are class acts, and we're going to get something amazing. I think we're going to get some high flying treats and high spots to hell. I mean, that Ricochet jump off the top, over the top rope onto Morrison on the barricade. Yes, there's probably crash mats behind there. Who cares? That spot looks a flipping amazing. So more of that, please. More of that. Yes, I am hyped for that. Ronda did say in a Q&A question that she would return, but she wants to have the baby first, says Harley. That could change. Eva says, I suppose it's here, getting revenge on loss. God, you guys are on fire today in the chat. I'm struggling to keep up with you guys. There's behind it, I think, as much tear up. A brutal weapons stipulation. Becky would be awesome, says Harley. It could happen. Kofi VAP segment was great, said Harley. Yeah, Raw. I have not watched the full Raw, but I know enough to be able to talk about it. Raw's good again this week, which is top marks, which is really good. They seem to be on a roll. I think Vince has swapped the writers round from SmackDown to Raw. So yeah, we're getting weaker SmackDowns but better Raws, which is, come on, that's how it should have been in the first place. Yes, Ricochet, Morrison was insane. They've got to be on your wrestlers of the week. James, I'll be very disappointed if they're not. So you've already got your two there from Raw. I can't wait to see the Money in the Bank matches, just as long as Drew doesn't win. I'd be happy. You're cursed, so Drew's gonna win. God, I just enjoy the high flyingness and the spots in that match, but I do probably think that Drew's gonna win, unfortunately. AEW should learn to hide. AEW should learn to hide the crash mats. Yes, Harley, they should. At least WWE are doing it right, kind of. Apart from that botch in the Hell in a Cell with Drew, with the hand, which clearly was the broken table put in place. Ricky and Morrison were epic in the Lucha Underground. I don't know why Vince won't watch that, because Vince only thinks there's only WWE. He doesn't think there's anybody else. Oh no, you'll offend AEW stands if you say that on Twitter. Oh good, you'll get hounded. Spoilers, they are. Spoilers, they are. Yeah, okay. Respect. Bronson gonna be added to the Money in the Bank match. I'm guessing the band, though, I've no idea. He's definitely getting a main roster push. So is Karrion Kross, apparently. Yeah, there's a reason why Isaiah Swerve won last night. What did you think of that? Top hit row. I've got the North American Championship. Oh my god, I bet Days loved that. Heather says hey you, don't offend me. I'm in AEW, Mark. I know, but you should hide Craftsmans. Dylan says Big He will win Money in the Bank and it's his turn to be champion, says Dylan. Shout out to you. They need a tag team Money in the Bank match. It's a good idea. They could do that. I mean, probably SmackDown. I don't know. Some AEW fans are so fucking unbearable. Yeah, because AEW is just the best brand ever. But didn't WCW and ECW be the same when they were around? It's always the same. Oh, WWE, they're fake and they don't know wrestling. You're watching flipping fake wrestling yourself, you chump. All wrestling's fake, you idiot. But AEW, their wins mean something, so it's real. Ali, sorry, I'll go on a rant. Oh, yeah, I was worried for hours after calling out Sasha's stance. Yeah, did you see all that? Sasha's fans. She's come off her Instagram or something, hasn't she? Her fans are arseholes and they need to grow up and flipping act better. I mean, why would you threaten to kill somebody? It's pathetic. God, we all love wrestling, but I'm not going around, you can't bear with this, I'm going to kill you. Fucking assholes. I hope Big E and Naomi or Nikki win. Nikki Cross would be amazing, wouldn't it? Come on. Wouldn't that be epic? Yes, it goes on the lines of Otis last year, but God, stood on that ladder with the briefcase doing a superhero pose. Yeah, I'll sign me up for that one. Give me that all day long. Yes, that's a wrestling moment in front of the fans. Yeah, that'd be an highlight. Do that. Just not Alexa. Don't give us Alexa. Don't let her win. Let Nikki Cross win. Oh, what do you think of her name? Nikki Ass. Superstar. What is it? Superhero in training or something. And it actually spells out ass. I agree. Big E has to win Money in the Bank. He's got a shout, but it's between him and Drew McIntyre, isn't it? What are your thoughts on Eddie Kingston's promo? I haven't seen it. If I've been honest, James, I will try and find that after this stream. But no, I haven't seen anything from AEW for a while. Hoping to actually catch the show tonight if I don't drop off. Yeah, sadly with AEW being on like a Monday and Friday these last couple of weeks, just shitty times. So now that they're back at the normal time slot on the normal day, be nice to actually catch up with them, see what they're doing. Yeah, but I haven't seen the promo now, bud. Heather says, well, Sasha is in enough hot water for being an anti-vaxxer. She got cancelled on IG by her own people. Okay. Nikki would be great to see her with a briefcase. It would. I'm all for that. That needs to happen for me over anything. That triple threat on Raw was great. Yes, they got a good fair time, didn't they? Over 20 odd minutes, which is fantastic. That's what you need. Raw is looking good lately and need to keep doing that kind of stuff. Almost a superhero, says Harley. So that's right. Okay. Hi, Flies. A theory about Randy Howard I have is that he's staying off the TV. He will to the payoff. The Fiend maybe. There was a massive rumour that the Fiend was going to confront Bobby Lashley. What do you think of that? I can't see it myself because there's just no history between them. Fiend going just for the title makes no sense. Drew defo gonna win for the storyline, says Connor. Yeah, I kind of think that. I'd love Big E to win. I think everybody wants Big E to win. But I can see storyline's sake it's Drew. Sorry, but I love everything that Eddie Kingston does. He can hook him up straight into my... Oh, there's no doubt that he's great at promos. No doubt, I just haven't seen it, so I need to watch. Christian doesn't look too happy when I watched it properly. Dave, have you had your vaccine? Yes, I've two. I am done. I am all vaccinated out. I am now free to roam the world with no masks and stuff. I still wear my mask because you have to, but yeah, I'm double vaxxed. Dave in Vaxxed Life is my new name. Yes, I did. I had it on Monday. Had a bit of a dead arm and that was it. Same as last time. So yes, I am double vaxxed now. People in the UK, you can just go and get vaxxed. There's all walk-in centres now. Yes, so they're taking walk-ins, so there's no reason to not get vaxxed. Harley says her own pay-per-view. Her own pay-per-view roster the hell out of everyone trying to cancel her. What do you think of Ricky James's pay per view? The all female one in NWA. What do you think was going to happen with that? What's going to be the major stars that they're going to sign for that pay per view? Who are you excited to see? I mean, I think Holly Dad is going to be nailed on to be there. Obviously, Thunder Rosa. Who else? Do we see Tessa at that pay per view? Let me know, because she's a free agent. She can sign a one-match deal. Constant shots at WWE was funny first. Now, RK Bro, what do you think of that? There's a lot of stuff going off with Riddle asking for Orton's music to be played. It's just comedy gold at the minute. What do you think of RK Bro? Long may it continue. Is there going to be a feud between Riddle and Orton at the end of it? Let me know in the chat. Like Moxley, lol, did you see the death match with Kenny Omega? On which show? Was that a couple of years ago on AEW? Because I've watched so many death matches between them two, it's unreal. There was one where it was a little bit spot after spot after spot and not really much going off. Yeah, WWE brought fans back soon and people will be shitting on them and saying it's too early, blah blah blah. When is it going to be too early? When is it going to be too late to bring fans back, James? In all fairness, AEW brought fans back for the last pay-per-view at Daly's Place. So WWE, as long as everybody is being vaccinated, I can't see a problem with it. You know what I mean? We're going to live in a society where it's going to be questionable until we started when we've got this flipping variant over here, and it sucks. It's driving me mad because I don't want to go into another lockdown. We don't need another lockdown. We need to accept things as they are. God, we still have pneumonia. We still have these things around, cancer and stuff like that. They've not gone away. We're still living as lives. So we need to just get on with it. Orton versus Matt Riddle, perfect for SummerSlam. Yeah, it could be a SummerSlam match. Dave, Dylan says, Dave, a big match WWE should have done years ago is Eddie Guerrero versus Shawn Michaels. Shame it never happened. Yeah, it's a shame that Shawn Michaels never faced The Rock either. That's a shocker. I didn't even know that. But yeah, imagine Shawn Michaels versus The Rock. But yeah, that would have been an awesome match as well. I think Shawn didn't want it. I think Shawn actually backed down on both fights. Because obviously The Rock was a bigger star than him. Ever says, personally, I think I am the only one who doesn't get RK Bro. I'd rather prefer Randy being by himself. Okay, that's a fair point. AEW and All Elite Sparklers. Oh god, that match was trash. Even the match was trash. I've watched that match back and it's trash. It's not the greatest. I don't think death matches are worth the weight in gold anymore. I think they're just overdone hype machines. There's no to them. Spot after spot, bit of blood, and some sparklers, and you're done. Yes, I did see your polls on Twitter. I just missed your message. At Revolution Explosion barbed wire deathmatch. Yeah, the farce match. Sparkles on a pole match. It's crap. It was trash. Should have left it to the guys what did it before. It was just a money making spinner trying to make something seem epic when it wasn't. God, we've gone so off topic. It's a like football stream, but we are talking wrestling. I love that. I love that about you guys, though. We started off about football. We're in full on deep now with wrestling. AEW banned from that mistake. Austin says it does make sense. Moxley won that poll. Moxley must have a huge fan base. or something because Roman is definitely better. Moxley's fine. Is he a great wrestler? He's got a good character. That's about it. He reminds me of a knockoff Rattlesnake. He reminds me of a knockoff Stone Cold Steve Austin. In all fairness, just not as good. That's why knockoff. But yeah, there's nothing amazing. His character's a little bit two dimensional. I still find WWE not doing Rock versus Taker. It made weird. Yeah, that should have been a classic. That should have happened. Yeah, when you look at Undertaker's record at WrestleMania, you've got to actually look at the matches that he's had, and a lot of them are weak, absolute weak. Castic match against Mark Henry, shite. Several matches against Kane didn't really live up. That Elegante flipping mess. There were a lot of really bad matches. So the record, it looks kind of weak in comparison, to be fair. The two fights against Shawn Michaels, clearly the instant classics. Impact would have done Exposure much better. I'm sure they would. This is an opposite from Days' stream yesterday. It was wrestling stream and everybody wanted to talk about soccer. Yeah, this is total different. I set stream up for football and it's like wrestling. It's fine. Ever says, back to football, does Italy go through like Spain does? Does Italy go through like Spain does? Yes, I think Italy are better than Belgium. Belgium rely heavily on Kevin De Bruyne and he's out injured at the moment, so yes, I see Italy beating Belgium. Harley says, Triple H, Rey Mysterio have never had one-on-one either Seth or Jeff Hardy. Facts. Which one's better, Moxley, AEW or Ambrose? The same. There's not much difference between characters, if I'm being all honest. One's a little bit more hardcore, but there's not much difference between them. It's still same person, isn't it? So just a little Moxley slightly got the edge as a character, whereas Dean Ambrose was typecast. There's not a lot there, to be honest. Very similar. Harley says, pay-per-view, talking about matches. I just said you wanted to compare matches since Roman turned heel. They never responded. Also, Rome has accomplished way more as well. Yes. Anyway, it's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. But we'll do it properly. It's coming home. If you didn't see it before, I'm going to cover up my face. Coming home, it's coming home. There we go. Oh god, that went a bit small. There we go. It's coming home, baby. Is that Harry Kane versus Taker? Kane versus Taker, WrestleMania 14 was pretty good. Did you see that mess after though? I think the fought again. It was shit. It took to put Kane down probably first when he used one finished the match. Yeah, I'm talking about the second time they met at WrestleMania and Undertaker just come back. It was crap. They had the Druid come out. I'm not 100% sure which Mania it was. It wasn't 14 though. I think Ambrose is better than AEW, to be honest. In your opinion, that's cool. Each to their own. I think he was more funnier in WWE for sure. Briefcase with Rollins was pretty funny. But yeah, Moxley's more edgy. Roman hasn't had a one bad match since coming back. Moxley's matches don't even compare. It's just because he's at AEW is better in their mind. Fair enough. Second time was met. Yeah, totally agree. That second match, The first one was alright, but the second match was shit. It was crap. It was a dumpster fire. And that's sad about Undertaker's legacy, really. That there was a couple of fights in his record of Mania wins what were shit. That they're not all quality matches, is what I'm trying to say. So it does tarnish his record a little bit. Still a great record, nonetheless. But I'd rather them be all A grade matches rather than Mark Henry in a casket match. Or second time against the Kane. His two matches against Triple H were really good. WrestleMania 17 and the Hell in a Cell one, they were good. Yeah, it's just mad. They shot off people. Roman is better, but I'm a Moxley stan, so let's go Moxley. People saying let's go AEW. I think what annoying ever. It's not that because you like, or it's not about people liking AEW. It's when they come into a WWE stream, and it's like AEW, AEW, AEW. If you hardcore AEW, what the fuck are you doing in a WWE stream? Why waste your time? Go and watch AEW. Do you know what I mean? When Raw's on, there's Evil Revolution to watch. When NXT's on, there's Dark to watch. Go watch them. Why waste your time coming into a chat what's WWE and putting AEW in? Nobody's going to be putting in the chat tonight AEW going WWE, 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 because we're not that pathetic. In fact, I might do it because I am not pathetic. I am doing it tonight. Do you like the death match? Do I like death matches? No, can't stick them. I think they're crap. I don't. I like some hardcore wrestling. Death matches, they're just eye spots. They're just to get bloody people up, and yeah, they're alright. They're not something that I look forward to. To be honest, I'm not. James Chadwick loves them. He's hardcore. I'm semi-hardcore. It's crazy we never got Mankind, Stone Cold, Rock, Hogan vs. Yeah, they all should have been greatest matches. Greatest death match for me is, Cactus Jack, Terry Funk. Yes, that should be the only death match. Dylan says, Dave, can you also put Undertaker, Big Show and A-Train in WrestleMania as power matches as well? Yes, of course. I can totally do that. Yeah, there's some weak ass matches in that run, if I'm being honest. It tarnishes it totally. Even that match against did he go against Diesel at one point? I don't know. I know. Harley says, I know, go on WWE, the bump streams, and I see AEW like it just pisses me off. Yeah, why do it? They've got other things to watch. Watch AEW stuff. Why waste your time? It's pathetic. James says, it's like that Bruce Phillips keeps coming up on the Insiders Impact stream and keeps saying AEW. I'm like, fuck off. Insiders cover all wrestling now. That's annoying because you really only do Impact mainly at the moment. I know they're branching out soon, but they deal with all wrestling. So what's the point? James, next time an AEW comment comes in the Insiders, just put Impact. Fucking troll him back. Fucking useless git. Ever says, sadly, some of the AEW mats think we all make converts wrong. It's easy to fall for the trend. AEW right now are the trend because they're new. Oh, they're the best thing ever. They're 2 years old. It's 2 years old. It's not even started to mature yet. It's still learning. Is AEW, and to start trying to compare it to WWE, you're sadly mistaken. I mean, there's a lot of things wrong with AEW, and we stress it enough. Way too many tag teams. That's one issue. I mean, yes, we love tag team wrestling, but there's too much, way too much tag teams. Female division is just not utilised enough. Still only getting one female match on Dynamite every week. Pathetic. Your dark shows are predictable because you know who's going to win. Evolution, the other one, is the same. They're like episodes of WWE Superstars back in the day, or Wrestling Challenge back in the day. That's what they are. They're not proper shows, and they'll never will be proper shows because you know who's going to win before the even ends. I will do, says you do that, but every time you see AEW, put the opposite in. Harley says, what is the best match of the year so far for you? For me, it's the Triple Threat WrestleMania. It's the Triple Threat from WrestleMania, such a work of art. Best match. God, I can't even think. Anything from NXT, to be honest. Yeah, Walter. Lillian Dragunov Walter. That was a classic. Ciampa Walter. Classic. Them two just spring to mind off the top of my head. I love AEW, but they're not the best thing in the world to ever happen to wrestling. They're trying to run before they come up. Yeah, exactly. The babies. They're 2 years old. They're a little bit too big for the britches. They need to learn. I think Tony Khan should not be on TV. He's a fanboy. He shouldn't be on TV. He shouldn't be allowed. So he's not even a star. He's him being on TV is just like me going on TV on WWE and being there. I'm sure you guys would love that, but Rafa Benitez is the new Everton manager, Dave, and some of their fans are not happy about it. Why would you? Agent Rafa is in the house. They're going down. He's going to do a job on them. He's going to sell all the best players to Liverpool, and he's going to relegate them. Fun facts. Ever says, look, I've seen it all. I've watched wrestling since the 80s, when fans get something they like in their teeth and they won't let it go. Yeah, it's ECW, for example. Look at that fan base. Christy Zuma says, I don't like AEW. I don't bash them or even talk about them. I don't watch them and don't care. That's fair enough. It's like I don't really watch New Japan. I'm aware of New Japan. I know there's a lot of fans what like New Japan. I just don't watch. Impact's the same. I know there's a lot of stuff going off over there. I just forget to watch it. I don't have time to watch it. I don't want to diss it. But until I'm actually a hardcore fan of it, I can't really build it up either, if you get what I mean. What I've seen of both, New Japan, I loved Wrestle Kingdom. I think that is a great pay-per-view and well worth watching every year. Impact, I just need a star in there what's going to catch my eye and make me want to watch. And I'm still looking. And that's my honest opinion on Impact. Sure, there's a lot of great wrestlers there. There's just nobody catching my eye at the minute. Miko versus Kaylee Ray was amazing. Actually, Kaylee Ray, she's a great star. NXT UK, I wish she'd come up to the main roster. She deserves that push. She's really good. I'd love to see her facing Sasha Banks or somebody like that. That would be amazing. AW already financially in the red. They'll get out of that. Once the fans are back, they'll get out of that. It's only because of the fans. Once they start touring, you'll see them get out of the red pretty easily. After so far, Tiagi Okada. Okay. Is that happening now? Oh, the match of the year so far is Okada and that. Okay, cool. I like Okada. Shame it didn't work out for him over in America. Did bad booking. But I like him, he's pretty cool. I like Jay White as well. But I can see why they're sticking with New Japan, because coming over to America is just a bad idea for both of them. I don't like Kenny Omega stuff. They're always fucking cheating. I can't. I can't have a good match. I'm sick of the eel storylines. AEW have got this thing about interference at the minute, which used to be a WCW trait back in the day. Hopefully get out of that and we start getting clean matches. But yeah, at the minute, run-ins seem to be the real deal with them. It's a shame. They need to get out of that. I'm not. I'm not a big fan of AEW, but I love Britt Baker. She's amazing. Britt Baker's really good. I like how she's changed. I think year one of Britt Baker was a bit shit. Promos weren't good, but she's really worked at that, and she looks amazing now. So shout out. Austin's curse, say Britt Baker's retired. Not real news at all. Yeah, he's just cursed Britt Baker now. She's going to lose the title in the next match. I am so hyped to Slammiversary. Bought it a month ago. What? Yeah, yes, it's Sami Callihan versus Kenny Omega still happening. What is the undercard? What is the other matches? I have no idea. I'm not keeping up. Harley says, Dave, the people saying Roman matches are boring and bad are the same people who love the big spot, no spot, no sell, floppy, Young Bucks matches. Yeah, it's because they just want to trash on WWE. That's all that it is. You're bigging up the Bucks. I can't stand them. I just think they are too like Shawn Michael rip-offs or Hardy Boy rip-offs. I don't really care for them. They're not special. I've seen 1,000 wrestlers like that over the years. They mean no to me. I'm not behind them. Ever says I don't know why Impact booked Okada that way. They did. Worst Japanese stereotype ever. It's just poor booking. It was TNA days, wasn't it? Yeah, TNA was awful booking. You had Vince Russo there, for God's sake. If that was the time zone that he was there, I have no idea. Do you like Orange Cassidy? Yes, he's fresh, he's interesting, he's got a unique character about him. Yeah, does he sum up fake wrestling? Yes, he does. But yeah, you can get behind him. Kids get behind him. It's just fresh, something new. But I think wrestling needs that. Ricky Cross is coming across really great now because it's something. Yeah, it's recycled a little bit, but it seems fresher because it's what's doing it. Yeah, I can get behind Orange Cassidy. Have you seen? There's a lot of wrestlers like him though. Danhausen. Watch ROH. He's interesting. He's honestly watch his stuff on YouTube. He's quite funny. Yeah, but it's like Danhausen. These guys what are coming through, what have got really unique gimmicks. Yeah, but I'll buy into that. Gentleman Jarvis as well. Jarvis, I think it is. Yeah, guys like that. Warhorse. Buy into them gimmicks, guys, because they are legit. They are the future. Young Bucks matches suck. When the matches are good, they drag it for too long. Young Bucks versus Moxley Kingston were an example of that. Yeah, he just melts the shoot in his load. Every time Bucks flipping wrestle. That's pathetic. I rate his opinion on stuff. He knows what he's talking about. He's been long enough in the business to know what he's talking about. But come on, Young Bucks 5 stars every time. Piss off. Ali says the Young Bucks have ruined HBK's finish. At least with the Usos, sure they do that move a decent amount, but not as much as it's actually one of their finishers. They've pinned many people with it. Yeah, the double like super kick. The super kicks. Is it super kick even over now? It's like the Superman punch. I can't stick the Superman punch. That is the worst Roman finisher ever. Spear I can get behind Spear. Superman punch, really? Roman has really got that power behind his punches? Has he? Bollocks. I can't get behind that. I like Roman, but the Superman punch sucks. Just call it flipping running punch or something. Give it a different name. Superman punch. Doesn't work. I freaking love Orange Cassidy, says ever. He's only wrestler can cosplay as take that, Jim Cornette. Yeah, Jim Cornette's just saying Jim Cornette's from the old school wrestling where gimmicks reigned. How can he shit on Orange Cassidy? I mean, that is ridiculous. When he used to walk around with a flipping tennis racket, fuck off. Worst gimmick manager ever, flipping Cornette. Only things announced so far is Kenny Omega, Sami Callihan, Moose versus Chris Sabin, Bay Verlis Alexander versus Trey versus Petey Williams versus Ace Austin in the Ultimate X match. Ultimate X matches were fun back in the day. I remember AJ Styles being in a couple. Yeah, really cool matches. That'd be interesting to see. I love the Superman punch. I can't stand it. Call it something else but Superman, because he ain't getting much power behind that. It's bollocks. Oh, is it him with the Superman punch? No, I'm not a fan. Superman punch is such a face Roman move. Don't think it should even use it anymore. Yeah, I don't mind him choking people out. I get that. I get the spear. Superman punch never resonated with me, to be honest. Same with flipping Cena with the 5 knuckle shuffle bollocks. Yeah, that never resonated with me either. Poor cheap man's people's elbow. Them kind of moves are cliche in wrestling, if you will. I think wrestling's moved on from them kind of finishing moves. I think the submissions are where it should be at now. You get a good on Asker lock, instant, you're out, you're done. Oh, V, I hurt my arm. Right, too expensive, it's only £90 here. David Hall, shout out to you. Orange Cassidy, what about Pink Lemonade Cassidy? His twin brother. Coca-Cola Cassidy was the best. Or as Austin would say, Pepsi Cassidy. iFlyer says the Rick is supposed to be OTT. I can't stand the people's elbow. The finger poker doom, the greatest wrestling move ever. Oh, come on, guys. Yeah, let's talk about the greatest ever finishing move in pro wrestling history. The most devastating move of all time. The unexpected roll-up. The surprise package. Dylan says, Dave, good title match over the years was WWE was Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar. SmackDown, their Iron Man match, which I covered on this channel in a watch along. Yes, really good. Some quality matches there. I liked Kurt Angle. Harley says, Dave, I would want Roman to hold the title until SummerSlam 2023. I miss long title reigns, however defeated him would be the guy to beat Rock, Cena, Brock, Seth, Bryan. Yeah, Austin says, Pepsi. Yeah, long title reigns are sadly missed. Roman's a guy what could do that for sure. Imagine the push, the guy what finally beats him. Imagine that is just like a push to the moon. Straight away, you're going from here right up, big time, by beating him, and that's what it should be. That's what it used to be. Yeah. When Ultimate Warrior beat Hogan, it was a massive deal. Let's get to that. Let's make it a massive deal again. The longer Roman retains, the better. Same with the female, same with any title. I think the flip-floppiness of the Raw title, the WWE Championship, has really saddened, lowered that status a little bit. Let's get rid of the 24/7 Championship because that sucks. Let's get rid of the US title as well, because who cares? Who really cares about that belt? Let's make the Intercontinental belt something worth winning. Again, like it was back in the day. James, why did they call it a small package? It really not flattering. Yeah. Yeah, the surprise roll at small package. Yeah, it's not the greatest of names, is it? Brock Leslie, what a wimp. Brock, Brock Leslie. Brock Leslie. Yes, he is a wimp. Call, that's called a prostitute. uh, don't need that. I'll call Dave to choke me. Yeah, it's. I think finishing moves now in wrestling are too and far between. I think from what we used to see back in the day, the Doomsday Device and stuff like that, not really. Are they as impactful? We see now main events now where people are pulling out of people's getting out of people's finishing moves, and they're not. How many curve stomps did the Bean take? How many Splittage? I don't know. I think they're done in wrestling. Have you? What's your say? What is the best ever? I know a lot of people say the Stone Cold Stunner, but what's right? Stone Cold Stunner, right? And the RKO and Diamond Cutter are pretty much all the same move. So, other than them three, what is the best ever wrestling finisher in your opinion? Put that into the chat. Harley says I'm holding it till SummerSlam 2023, which is for 3 long beating guys like Cena, Brock, Edge. However, defeats him is just huge. Yes, I feel like I've read that already. My dream championship to hold on to would be the Intercontinental. Back in the day, right, when wrestling was a good tombstone, shout out. England's women have beaten India's women in the second day one day international. ODA. Curb Stomp, says Harley. Cool. Yeah, back in the day where a card would pretty much look like going into a main event, your co-main event was the Intercontinental Championship. It's like opening match crap now. They used to have a formula where no tag team match used to open the show, like the Rockers. Then you'd have an important feud, another tag match, blah 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 blah. You get into the last running, so your last 3 matches. Well, let's say last 4 matches. You'd start with the tag team championship, go into an Intercontinental Championship. Say you've got the females, you'd have the female title second on your pay per view. Then the men's 4 title matches all in a row. Have your other stories line out for the rest of the pay per view. They don't do that anymore. Intercontinental's like first on, or not even on half at time. Was going to do a wrestle version of Euro's video. I'm down. Why did you not want to do that? Make it anyway, do it. To all the females out there, never say small package around your date, boyfriend, husband if you're discussing a wrestling move, unless you're discussing a wrestling move. Yeah, we get easily offended. Hogan's like joke. Yes, it was a joke. Yokozuna Stinkface, Rikishi Stinkface. Oh bloody heck! I'd have taken a Stinkface off of the cat. Jerry Lawler's ex-missus, or Terry Reynolds. Ever right? I love watching Kane's choke slam. Look, you'd love that. Cool. Same. I raised them high, threw them down hard. Harley, I mean, curb stomp would hurt in real life, even wrestling. I mean, there's why it got banned for years because yeah, kids were actually copying that move. Come back down. Technically impressive but not fun to watch. My favourite moves, Dave, are Tombstone, Last Ride, Attitude Adjustment, F5 and the Ankle Lock, says Dylan. Austin, do you think Rikishi do the Sting's face on you? He'd love that. Prefer it though if it was Corbin doing it on him. iFly says I'm gonna do it. I was just saying it out loud. Something I'd recently thought of. Yeah, do it, man. Yeah, if you've got any ideas, just do them. Get the video out. Don't panic about it. Just any ideas are no idea is a bad idea when it comes to making videos. Just do it. If you think you've got a good idea, just start making the video. That's what I do. If it works, it works. It don't. It don't. All serious is going to be the Tombstone. Yeah, the Tombstone is a classic. DDT, I would put in there as well. The Jake Roberts DDT, Sharpshooter, Ankle Lock, Asker Lock, Rock Bottom, the Bookend, which is the Rock Bottom, Mandible Claw, the Coquina Clutch, Boston Crab. Yeah, all really good finishing moves. Boston Crab's would not even be classed as a finishing move these days, which is beyond me. You even got the Phil Nelson. $1 Million Dream was always my favourite as well. I love that. The Perfect Plex. I could name finishing moves all day long. The End of Days was the only finisher that hasn't been kicked out of. Okay, he barely uses it now, that's why. I can't even remember the last time he used the End of Days. Pedigree. Yeah, the Pedigree. Seth took that move on as well, didn't he? Ali, it's because Corbin might be turning face. When people turn face, it's less restricted to their moveset. Imagine Corbin's family does a Canadian Destroyer. Can he even do a Canadian Destroyer, Ali? That'd be interesting. Well, if Bad Bunny can do a Canadian Destroyer, I'm sure anybody else can. Figure 4, Sharpshooter, figure 4, figure 8. That the figure 4 with that slight twist. It's pretty effective. Black Mass, yes, that's a decent move. I love HBK Super Kick, but now I hate it because of the Bucks. Yeah, because they do it too much. He used it on Shinsuke. Alright, but he still lost that crown, though. It would look weird for him. Yeah, I don't know how is that going to work. I think Corbin has still that heel edge myself, because how are we supposed to? How do they get us to like him? How are they going to get us to change from him being that ultimate heel to an ultimate babyface? How are they going to do that? I think the transition the other way is easier, from babyface to heel. I mean, Shawn Michaels did that fantastically. Bayley, another example of that. But going from a heel to babyface, it's a very tough transition, especially when you've been only known as a heel. I mean, Triple H managed it, but he did have a long layoff with injury, and wrestling was shit around that time. So having him back was like, oh my god, we got Triple H back. It should be like him because he's great. Only in your eyes. The average fan eyes, not so much. I'd be interested to see how they work this. What's he going to do to get us on his side? Who's he annoying? Because he's got to go up against somebody that people generally hate more than him. So who's that? Who's Sami? Sami Zayn? iFire says, Dave, a bit of personal one, but do you truly see a positive direction for wrestling? Rest of 21 looks bright. It's not really personal, but I get what you mean. Right, what do I think about wrestling? The inclusion of fans basically is going to resurrect wrestling. I think sloppy writing has definitely been what we have seen for a year now. I think at both sides, AEW and WWE, having the fans back and getting that real positive crowd reaction or negative crowd reaction is really going to change how people are perceived and storylines are going to be taken on board. I think we still have a lot of fake noise pumped in to this into what we're watching here at home. But I'm waiting for the proper crowd reactions, and I think that will tell if the storylines start working or not. Kevin Owens did it. He was mainly a heel. Yeah, he became likable though, didn't he? David Hall. If a guy used a Canadian destroyer on a woman, would it be called a Canadian or a destroyed her? That's actually quite cool. I respect to that, David Hall. What's the most shocking heel turn of all time? I say either Andre the Giant or Hogan, HBK, Marty. One, because I watched it at that time. It's definitely the HBK one. It actually made me like HBK, in all fairness. I didn't really care about the Rockers. That made me care. So it was interesting for a short time that Shawn Michaels actually came across, quite like this guy. So Corbin versus Jinder. Yeah, so positive for wrestling. I think, yeah, the crowds being back is a massive importance to wrestling, and I can see that being the catalyst for things to change for across the board for all of them. Impact, same, they need fans desperately. NWA needs fans desperately. Yeah, I can't wait to see fans back, and that's what's going to change wrestling for the remainder of this year for sure. There is a surprise name that could raise up. What is a surprise name in WWE? Surprise name. I don't know. I'll have a think about that. Not CM Punk, because he's never coming back to wrestling. A surprise name. I have to have a good old think about that. What do you guys think? What wrestler could really shake things up in WWE from any promotion? What wrestler could come into WWE and really shake it to its foundations and really change everything? Pop it into the chat. Shell Shock, Zig and Zag neutralised. Shell Shock, Zigzag neutralises Cesaro. Cool. A wrestler that didn't deserve their glory. Ooh, that's a good one. A wrestler that didn't deserve their glory. Scott Steiner. Since he turned into Big Papa Pump, he was shit. I liked him as a Steiner brother. The old Big Papa Pump wrestler thing never worked for me. Overhyped. He was shit. Wasn't the same once he masked up. I wasn't behind him at all. WCW definitely Hogan's turn for me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't really watch WCW back in the day, so really didn't really get the hype of that. We couldn't really watch it here in the UK, so yeah, I wasn't really behind that as much. So yeah, I just remember the barbershop window and Shawn Michaels doing the super kick or throwing him through the window or whatever it was. That was just a really good memory. What do you think about Darby Allin? Connor, Darby Allin's really good. I do like his presence. I think aligning him with Sting's working well. I can certainly see him as a future champion. Yeah, he's just got a unique gimmick. I like that he throws himself off the top rope backwards. That's interesting. The coffin drop, I think it's called. Yeah, I can get behind him. He's a pretty good wrestler. Corbin. No, that's not much of a shock. I'm saying Kevin Owens before he was the guy, Ed, especially with the break, he could run right in the company. Return. Jay White, never going to happen. Yeah, I'd love Jay White, to be honest, James. Yeah, love Jay White, RVD. Ultimate Warrior, even though he was a humongous draw. RVD is my favourite wrestler, but always high on weed. Yeah, I liked RVD's a good wrestler. WCW, I used to be on Cartwright Network and then Bravo. I remember it being on Bravo. Yeah, because I used to watch. In fact, fun fact about NWA. It went on to Channel 5 for a short time, didn't it, before it shut down? But it was also on Time Tees at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I used to be able to get it through, like my aerial could pick up Time Tees, even though I'm in Yorkshire. I used to be able to watch bits of it. Yeah, I remember watching the Super Nintendo Top 10 Challenge. Anybody remember that? Rick Rude versus Dustin Rhodes in the final. Yeah, I used to love that. I used to watch American Gladiators back in the day as well. WCW used to be on. Oh, I've just read that. Harley says WWE on Fox really had to tease us with Roman Rock. Of course they did. It's hype. The hype. Put a teaser out like that, and fans are like, "Wow, we're really doing this." Of course we are. We are getting Cena, Roman, SummerSlam for sure. It's in the bank. It's signed up. Cena recently went on a chat show and said that he's coming back to wrestling. So it's definitely on. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Remember him as Stunning Steve in WCW? He joined WWE for the first time as the ringmaster. He's got to thank Deborah and Mick Foley for the name change. Because if she hadn't said, "This tea's gone stone cold," he would have never been called that. They were going to call him Buddy Dr. McChilly or something daft like that. McFreeze. Chili McFreeze. This was WWE creative when they were coming up with a Stone Cold character. He was nearly called Chili McFreeze. Yeah, would you have got behind a guy called Chili McFreeze? Austin wouldn't have been Austin 316 right now, would he? He'd be Chili. We've got Chili in the chat. Imagine this Roman versus HBK. Yeah. HBK before he lost his smile. Yeah, I'd be down for that. That HBK, not the HBK now, or the 10 years ago HBK, but the one before he lost his smile. That'd be an interesting encounter. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. God, I miss those times. Yeah. Yeah, I think we all do. Do 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 do. Oh my God, Cena. We do miss him. I would like to see Mick Foley. Mick Foley is one of the greatest guys in professional wrestling, in my opinion. Really thought Mick Foley was just a gentleman. Amazingly, when you see him taking all these crazy ass bumps, that he's a genuinely good guy behind it all. Chili McFreeze is an awful name, but it was a name what was pitched for Stone Cold Steve Austin. So thank you, Deborah, for saying that this tea has gone stone cold, or that could have been the name. Yeah, imagine that. It's Chili McFreeze. Oh, WWE creative. You think it was bad now? Oh, back in the day it was worse. My dream match is HBK Prime versus AJ Styles. That would have been a classic. Mine is Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart. Imagine that. Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle. That's a dream match for sure. That'd top any pay-per-view. I don't miss John Cena. We still need Foley versus Triple H. Yeah, we've had that. We've had that before. Dylan says, a wrestler who's never got a chance to win the title, Dave, was Hardcore Holly. He lost the Royal Rumble 2004 to Brock Lesnar. Hardcore Holly. Yeah, I was really a mid-card wrestler though, wasn't he? He did get a title shot in ECW, where he famously had that gash down his back, I remember. But yeah, I never really made it to the heights of WWE's main title shot, which think it was just down to his character. I mean, he started off as Sparky, Spark Plug Harley. It's never a good start, is it? So he didn't get off to the greatest of chances. My ultimate dream match is Stone Cold versus Austin. Yeah, Stone Cold versus Hogan. God, reading names wrong. Yeah, it never happened, did it? We've got Rock, Hogan instead. Would have been interesting to see that kind of match. Technical masterclass, that would be. Yes, it would. You sound like Yoda. That read to me is like, technical masterclass, that would be. Be a masterclass, it would. It sounded like Yoda. So no, you're no longer the Gilligaff, you're now James Yoda Chadwick. Would be classic, it would. Technical masterclass, it would. It's amazing how you read things. Because Mick Foley got 5 from WWE Triple H, so Foley has tapped Triple H. Wished, yeah, it needed to be in the primes though, doesn't it? Because like now, Mick Foley is way out of shape. I don't even think if he can go anymore. My ultimate dream match was Ultimate Warrior versus Montez Ford. The Battle of the Shows. rope shake. That'd be it though, wouldn't it? It'd be just them too good. There would be no wrestling because Ultimate Warrior can't wrestle for shit. Which were weird considering the fact that I used to love him as a kid. Dylan says another match that we never got at WrestleMania is Undertaker versus Chris Jericho. Jericho though was classed as a mid-carder though, majority of his WWE days. So I'm not surprised that never happened. AJ Styles versus Stone Cold, yeah. Wish we could have got Fiend versus Mankind and Mankind versus the Ministry Taker. Just Fiend versus Taker. Just wish we had Fiend versus Taker. Any of the Takers. Just Fiend versus Taker would have been lovely. Sting versus Undertaker. Let's not forget that. David Hall says, I think Vince McMahon versus Dave in real life in a steel cage match would be epic. At his age, it'd still kick my ass. It'd still beat me. It'd be like, yeah, you're fired. This is some good shit. Yeah, it'd still own me. Because I'd be just like going like this to him, going, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. That would be good. Me versus Vince, God. Me in a ring, I'd just flipping shit myself. It's we almost got Undertaker Kurt Angle. That would have happened at WrestleMania instead of Emery. It has happened though. We have had that match before, and it was really good. Match we need is Austin versus Days versus Triple T in a Viagra on a pump. Oh yes, our Austin versus Days Triple T. I don't think Austin needs the Viagra though. I'm sure he's good to go. Yeah, Fiend versus Taker in general would be great. Fiend versus Sting would be interesting too. Harley says, Dave, I have a bad feeling Seth versus Roman is going to be one of those matches. In 10 years' time, we'll be like, how did it never happen? They've fought before, haven't they? Roman versus Seth. I'm sure they've had a fight before. Have they? Let me know in the chat. I'm sure they've fought before. I'm sure they've had a fight. I'm sure they have. No chance, huh? No chance in hell. We will help you, Dave. Oh, thanks, Connor. I'll have my tribe. I'll have my own flock. Dave's flock. You'll all be there with me. And we'll just charge the ring and beat him up. Don't make me mad. Yeah. Interesting matches, but we never got. I'm still surprised Rock versus Shawn Michaels never happened. They were around at the same time and it never happened. I'm so shocked at that. We need a Goldberg versus Fiend rematch, so that that Fiend absolutely destroys Goldberg and retires him for good. That's what we need. Harley says, Dave, read the full message, lol. Alright, sorry, dude. Bad feeling Seth Roman is going to be one of those matches where in 10 years' time we will be like, how did they never... Oh, why did it never happen at Mania? Right, sorry, dude. Alright, why didn't it never happen at Mania? It has a chance of happening at Mania. These two guys are going to be around for at least another 10 years. Maybe not. Oh, saying that, Roman's might not be. I think Roman's only got like 2 years left before he's going to embark on his Hollywood career. So, right, we've only got 2 years. There's a big rumour that Roman is actually retiring or going to leave wrestling for a while. Viagra doesn't work for me. I need a car jumper cables. Austin just needs a picture of Triple T and Days topless, and he's good to go. I'm pretty sure they did when Seth was heel, Roman was face. Yeah, I was just questioning myself. I mean, I realised that Harley did say that at Mania. Fair enough, they haven't fought each other at Mania. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we will get it though. We will get that fight. We need a Roman Bray to happen at Mania. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. Trying to think. Right, I'm going to throw this in. We need Sasha versus Bayley at Mania. Days versus Dave, Hell in a Cell pillar fight. That'd be awesome. That'd be evenly matched. Days has got quick. He's quick, smart. He's got some amazing moves with them pillars, though. A match that I would like is Days versus Austin versus Triple T versus The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, and you, Dave versus Bobby Lashley in a TLC match. Oh, I'd give him plenty of loving care, mate. Bobby be pampered to hell. Oh, I'd get his back rubbed. I'd do his hair for him. Oh, he'd get a lot of tender loving care, definitely. So I'll win that match. That's a match I'm down for. Actually, like people at a late age, obviously becoming a part-timer like Cena, Brock, Edge, because WWE big on what? I don't mind part-time wrestlers. I mean, they become bigger draws when they do wrestle. Having your champion fight all the time just lessens the championship now. You lose that tag of a fighting champion because there's so many flipping fighting champions. It used to be special when you knew that Hogan were wrestling or Ultimate Warrior were wrestling as champion. It's not so special now. Seth Roman kind of happened at Mania when Seth cashed in the Money in the Bank. Yep. Maybe that, not quite that moment, but yeah, I get what your point. It did kind of happen. Seth inserted himself in. Seth has to main event WrestleMania one day. It's crazy he hasn't. I'm counting. I'm counting his cash in at WrestleMania 31. Yeah, technically, he was involved in the main event, but sadly, it wasn't billed as the main event. So that's probably what you mean, that it should be billed as the main event at WrestleMania. Orton will never retire. He's too much of a special specimen. You blushing there? Are you gushing? You gushing there ever? It's like, oh, he's too much of a specimen. Oh, he can never retire. His serious shoulders are Jack, so... Oh, God, she's gushing. Oh, if he retires, I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, righty. Hey, guys, David Hall says, hey, guys, what show do you think Karrion Kross should go on? Raw or SmackDown? I think the possibility is he could face. I think Raw would be perfect for him. but I think Fox would rather sign him. Depends, because I think it's kind of obvious that Bronson Reed's going up, so maybe Bronson ends up on Raw and Karrion on SmackDown. But there's a massive rumour that it's Scarlett's not going with him, that he's going to be on his own. So should Scarlett go with him no matter what? What do you think? What do you think will happen to her with that? With the pending main roster push? I'm not counting. My bad. Orton has never been so good like he's been over the last few years. His promo work has been next level. He's really excelled during this pandemic period. He's so believable as a character now. I think any other wrestler in that feud with the Fiend, it would have looked crap, proper seriously crap. But he made it believable in a fashion. I think that's why I don't completely trash on the old supernatural stuff, because he actually did great at what he was doing. So yeah, he made it look really super good. So yeah, shout out to Orton for the Edge feud as well. Was epic. Was really good. His run last year was amazing. SmackDown needs a big name. They don't have many top stars. Maybe both go to SmackDown then, Austin. Maybe Bronson Reed and Karrion end up on SmackDown. Heatherite Dave, I did say his shoulders are jacked. One more shoulder or arm injury. He could be alright, okay, jacked as in. You know what, when we say jacked here, we mean jacked as in pumped up, not basically fucked or injured. Yeah, so it's just different terminology. Why I didn't read that properly. So yeah, so you mean he's like basically an injury away from retiring. Okay. I retract my last statement. What your favourite Kane? What is my favourite Kane moment? His debut. Simple as. I did like his face turn as well. I think Kane as a face was really good. When he teamed with like the Hurricane and stuff like that. The Hurricane. Yeah, I thought stuff like that was pretty cool. With Daniel Bryan as well, with that whole storyline as well was pretty good. Bayley said she wants a 4 horsewomen fatal 4-way probably at WrestleMania. It's only happened once. It's 6 years ago. A lot now. That'd be a classic and doable. Yes, I would. Seeing Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky all in the same match again. Yeah, do it. Sign me up. That would be classic. David Raw's ratings are very low. May desperately need Karrion Kross. They need something. I think the last 2 shows have been really good. They are looking more positive now than what they did a couple of weeks ago. But I think Raw, we need the crowds back, guys. That's what we need. I think they don't have the big stars on SmackDown, so Roman can squash everybody. Yeah. Imagine Roman versus Karrion Kross. That's mouth-watering. That'd be a match I'd be invested in. Randy's doing great work in a long time. He did 2020. He was phenomenal with his promos and character work. I've never cared for Orton or found him entertaining, but he was great in 2020. Yeah, I can see your point. He has had a great year. Dave, what's my bad? Lost in translation, I guess. Yeah. Jacked means jacked, like pumped. Here in the UK, basically. Yeah, that's how I saw that anyway. Yeah, but jacked means pumped. Kane's debut, easily my favourite Kane moment. Yeah, I can agree with that. Fatal 4-Way would have a great build as well. Each of them are better wrestlers now than 6 years ago. Yeah, different dynamics as well, because you've got you've got Charlotte, who don't know if she's a face or a heel. You've got Bayley, who's a bloody heel now, and she was a face 6 years ago. Sasha is, I don't know what Sasha is anymore. Is she a face? Is she a heel? And Becky's obviously a face. So yeah, their characters have completely changed from 6 years ago as well. So the dynamic has totally changed in that matchup. Be interesting to see how they work it. Asuka Alexa should main event WrestleMania one day. We all know Bayley will, since she is a 4 horsewoman. But outside of them, Asuka, Alexa are 2 women which should main event Mania. I think the 4 horsewomen will main event Mania at some point. Alexa, Asuka, I think Asuka, depends on what they do with Alexa, how long they're going to carry on the storyline with her. Will they bring in Kana, Asuka's alter ego? I would love that. Sign me up for that. That'd be a matchup I'd be interested in. Always mapped out for Randy, heel or face. Randy is always better heel. That is why I don't care too much for RK Bro. Yeah, the last heel change was the rated R. Rated RKO, and he did that silly flipping celebration in the ring where he jumped up and like, yay! That looked trash. That was trash. But this one's look alright because he's still playing the straight guy in that, and Riddle's doing all the jokes, so I'm kind of behind it. What's next for Otis? It's a badass heel turn, hasn't he? It's just, I think they're going to be a decent. I think they'll keep them as a tag team, or I would have thought so, or Intercontinental US title, whichever mid card title. He's not going to be challenging for that main title, that's for sure. Riddle is so hype most of the time. It gives me a Jesus handshake. Kana would be amazing, but we will never see it. Yeah, I wish they could. I wish they could find a way of bringing that into WWE, and it'd be perfect to go up against that Fiend Alexa. That's the only way Fiend Alexa is going to get across for me, is giving her something as badass to go up against. We know we're going to get Super Nikki against her. I'm sure that will be funny as hell. I can't wait for that to happen. I'd be very disappointed if Bray never main events. I'm sure he will at one point. Well, we'll probably go for another half hour, because obviously we've gone nearly 2 hours now without even realising. God, this stream is amazing. We'll never disappoint Dave, what was your favourite Booker T match of all time? Booker T match? Wow. Anyone where it was King Booker. The matches with him and Chris Benoit, that best of 7 series, they were really, really good. Missed that kind of wrestling. I agree, Alexa, Asuka are both great wrestlers. Asuka, she can speak Japanese and importantly a part of 4 Horsemen and managed to stand out. Connor says, what is Kane and Undertaker storyline? Brothers. Apparently Undertaker and Kane were involved in a fire which the family were burnt, and Kane got fire in his face and this, that and other. If that's what you were asking. Yeah, they're supposed to be storyline brothers. But it has to be old Alexa. Yeah, I probably agree. Asuka versus normal Alexa would be awesome. David also says, hey, what if they would sign Bad Bunny? And fans, it were like, look good for ratings, doesn't get broken in half by Bobby Lashley. Have his first body reconstructed by doctors. Robot Bunny. bad Bunny. Bad Robot Bunny. Yeah. Bad robot. My favourite Booker T segment was Austin in the supermarket. Yeah, I agree with that. Price check on this jackass. Yeah, that was a good segment. Forgotten segment as well. A lot of people do forget about how good stuff like that was. I think it still has a chance. Drew, years, Bray has one day. He's still a big star. If he faces Roman, WrestleMania 38 is guaranteed main event. Roman wants to face him. That was clear from a couple of years back before Goldberg happened. Yeah, and then the pandemic happened and everything else. So I think the landscape would have been totally different if the pandemic hadn't have happened. Well, if Bray slips through, does Roman get? He still won't win, not even against Poster Boy. Just want Bray back in wrestling, right? I think that's what we're all wanting. I love the supermarket brawl between Stone Cold and Baker. Also loved Austin blew up the DX Express. Austin has been in so many great storylines. Best one ever is the beer truck. When he douses The Rock and Vince and Shane and that in the ring. That's a classic moment. To be duplicated by Kurt Angle with the milk truck. Classic. Why is wrestling as good as that these days? Bring shit like that back into wrestling, please. I don't even know who's accomplished more between Alexa and Charlotte. Alexa has accomplished more different things, but they both accomplished Charlotte did it more. Well, Alexa famously was the first woman to win the Raw and female SmackDown titles. Pretty much on her arrival into the main roster as well. So Charlotte obviously just worked her ass off and won as many titles as she could. With whether people think that it's just because of her dad, it's bollocks. She's worked her ass off. Reason why Charlotte Flair got into wrestling in the first place was it to honour a dead brother who was training as a wrestler before he passed away. She loved him passionately and dedicated to train to be a wrestler to fulfill his dreams, has her own dreams, and people misinterpret her storyline so fucking wrong. But she's dedicated her career to a dead brother who was a trained wrestler or training to be a wrestler. So her achievements are not because of her dad. Forget that shit, that's bollocks. It's because of what she's doing for her dead brother. And that's what's misinterpreted by a lot of wrestling fans. So Beer Truck was epic on the Zabroni. It was ace. What a moment that was in wrestling. Also the shit dropping on Vince McMahon on the entrance stage, and didn't they do the same to the Spirit Squad before? Remember the Big Show and Show Miz, wasn't it? Was that the name, or Miz Show or Show Miz? Didn't reign too long though, did it? Remember Legacy, Sean, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. Legacy. There's been a lot of factions. Yeah, that's why I'm afraid Bray won't go. No, Vince can't make up his mind. That beer truck is my favourite Raw moment of all time. Got to admit, it is mine as well. It's so iconic. That is the Attitude Era summed up in one segment, in all honesty. I mean, also, you can't forget the This Is Your Life with The Rock and Mankind. That segment is also legendary. Harley says, Dave Meltzer said this, Raw brand don't have any challenges set up for Bobby at SummerSlam. Fiend, Goldberg are always on the bench as an idea of all top hands on. Yeah, well, I've read something. Well, I saw a YouTuber. I don't know how reputable this YouTuber is, but he said that the Fiend is going to get involved at Money in the Bank, cost Bobby, or going to confront Bobby, setting up a SummerSlam fight. Maybe that's how he comes back. I hope not, because I don't see why that would be a feud. But, it's a possibility. Either that or we just get Brock. Goldberg, we don't want Goldberg. I also remember Stone Cold pointed a gun at Vince McMahon. Yes. Vince McMahon. And it just went bang. It was like a little flag on it what said bang. Oh, the hospital scene as well when we met Mr. Socko for the first time. Mr. Socko. Hello to Mr. Socko. Classic. God, miss good wrestling like that. That was wrestling. Giving birth to rubber hands. That was wrestling. I'm going to tweet this to the Fiend. Yeah, this classic stuff, guys. Sadly missing. Right, so we're gonna round some stuff up now because it is getting quite late and I want to rest up a little bit. We've been going for a good 2 hours, so we're going to talk a little bit more football before we close off this stream. Right, so in the chat, who's winning between Belgium and Italy? Let's get an answer. Who's winning between Belgium and Italy? Drop your answers into the chat. I'll keep reading. I've got John Cena on my screen right now, that's why my face is flashing. This is the infamous RVD John Cena match. We've gone through this pay-per-view as well. The pay-per-view is just played on in the background while I've been doing this stream. Could have done a watch along. Brock versus Roman with Paul Heyman. Everybody wants that, and I think that could happen in the future. So Connor says Italy, James is going Belgium, Austin says Italy. So we're 2-1 to Italy. So 2-1 to Italy. I've got Italy. I see Italy winning. In all fairness. I've not, without Kevin De Bruyne, I think Belgium look weak. And I just think Italy, out of the two, have got just that little bit of an edge and a bit more free scoring, if you will. To counteract then, what have you got for Spain, Switzerland? WK Fig, sorry I'm late, and you're going for Belgium. It's alright, buddy. Yeah, slowly wrapping up, but good to see you here. Yeah, we're just going to go through the match predictions, have some final thoughts, and then we are going to wrap up. But good to see you, mate. You finally made it to a stream, and it's like, oh god, it's near the end. How are you anyway, WK Figs? How are you doing, my friend? Italy in a tight game, says Dylan. Connor says Switzerland. Wow, that's interesting. The winner. Always. He never fails with that answer. Yeah, just the winner, Dave. Whoever went. James has gone for Switzerland. Oh, God, wow. You're putting me on the fence because I'd go with Spain, my sweepstakes team. I'm a winner either way because Shaqiri plays for Switzerland, who's a Liverpool player. So, yeah, let's get Shaqiri through to the semi-final. Yeah, yeah. I think that's going to be probably the closest game out of the quarterfinals, if I'm being all honest. Dylan says definitely Spain. Dave, the Swiss don't really have world-class strikers, so for them, Shaqiri and Saka. I know, but there's that Zaffaroni guy. What's just come in? I can't remember his name, but he scored twice for him, hasn't he? Upset victory, says Connor. Actually, this one is quite interesting as well, because according to my video, what I did before the tournament, this is A Kid versus Cesaro. So yeah, you think Cesaro would be A Kid, wouldn't you? I am good, mate. Hope you are well, and you're going for Spain. Cool. Yeah, I am fine, mate. I am top of the world. I'm always good. Good to have you here, anyway. Good that you could join us. It will be an upset. David Hall says, wait a minute, Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch as a football team. Oh, Neverland. Oh, I see, Neverland. Yeah, the Netherlands. Everright says, for you guys, I want England to win the whole thing, but in reality, I expect Italy. Cool. Yeah, passionate wise, England, obviously. I've got to. I'm bloody born and bred English, but if England can't, you know what? I want Denmark. In all fairness, I love the underdog story. I love their story into this tournament. Got an inkling. I think Italy could win it. And I said that from the beginning, that I thought Italy had a massive shout. But for a purist and the underdog in me, I want Denmark. Other than England. Obviously England, top priority. Very much want England to win. But if they can't, Denmark. Switzerland for the upset, says Kevin Correa. So a lot of people are saying Switzerland. So we've got Italy versus Switzerland in the semi-finals then. Who have we got between Czech Republic and Denmark? Have you say? David Hall, the ghost of Benny Hill, will guide England to victory. Denmark, says James Chadwick. Connor's gone Czech Republic. Interesting. I love the difference of opinions, by the way. I love that. I've Denmark, by the way. I am 100% behind Denmark. Denmark, Ericsson, Czechs are not good, Dave. Denmark Republic. Split opinion there, Austin. Denmark, WK Figs. Yeah, I think Denmark for the win on that one. And then finally, as if we have any other answer than England. Who's winning between England and Ukraine? Who's joining these guys in the Pale of Fail? The Pale of Fail staring. I'm going to keep that. Just so we remind you of who got their asses canned. Well, we'll refresh that for Monday's stream, and the new lot will go into there. Connor says Ukraine. Are you for real? Are you having a bloody joke? England, obviously. England fans are gonna be biased. Ha ha. You're going for Ukraine. Just. Obviously, Connor. Obviously, you're not a traitor. You know you're from Newcastle and everything, but you're not a traitor. Kevin Correa, what's going on, dude? Ukraine. You. Dylan says England, but English shouldn't get too carried away because I've seen that Iceland did in the Euros 2016. I think right. I think I'm going to go. I think it's going to go to extra time. Right, interesting though. I mean, I know you've just brought that up, Dylan, but we're going to learn. England team will be well aware that that could happen again. So I'm sure they will not be taking Ukraine lightly. Us fans can do what the chuffing neck we want because We're fans. We can speculate. We can do whatever. The England team will not be taking this Ukraine team lightly at all. Trust me on that. They will be the same preparation as the Germany game, the same preparation that they did for the Czech Republic game, the Scotland game. They'll be down for this competition for sure. Don't worry, there will be no mistakes this time. So we're going to go for England. Everright went with England. WK Figs went for England. Austin, Ukraine. Remember, the curse exists with Austin, so he's Ukraine. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home. It is definitely coming home. So that's it. So from what we've gathered, the semi-final is going to be Italy versus Switzerland. Amazingly, Denmark versus England. Let's see if we're right. See if we're right. We're going to computer that. We're going to keep that blocked in and see what actually happens. We're going to see who's going to be the 4 teams in this pile. Remember, these guys will be gone by the next stream, and we'll have some fresh people in for Monday. So Monday, we're going to do a quiz. I'd love to do a Kahoot one, but I don't know if I can set that up on stream, if I'm being honest. Are you nervous? Are you nervous for England? Always nervous as an England fan. Goes hand in hand. It never changes. Never changes. One good thing is that it sucks if England advance to the freaking "it's coming home" chant. Yeah, you're just going to hear a lot of that. World got the world in motion, and I know that it is real. We're singing for England, England. We're singing this song. What is this Kahoot? It's something that Kip Clips does on his YouTube channel, which I don't want to do. I like my quizzes better because we have fun with it, and it's not as serious. The quiz is just for laughs, shits and giggles, guys. We just have a laugh with it. Nobody wins anything from it. So yeah, we just have a laugh with the quiz. Try and bring up some old theme tunes from wrestlers, but we may have forgot about. That's usually a who. What is that World in Motion song? Is meh. It's not my favourite though. The Coming Home is my favourite one. And the Vindaloo song. Vindaloo, Vindaloo. We're gonna score more goals than you. England. You hate Kit Clips. Yeah, he's more right. Kit Clips. I don't mind him. He's okay. He's not bad. Very kid orientated though. Days is in the middle. In fairness, I think Days, you put him in the middle of this category of kids, adults. Me, I'm adult completely. You can tell with these streams that I swearing and shit. Do what you want. Days more restricted, but there's a little bit of adult humour in there a lot of times. Kips is completely kids. The way he talks is very kid friendly vibes with his videos and his YouTube channel. Don't mind him, he's a good guy. I've had many a conversation with him. So yeah, he seems okay as a person. Haven't watched any of his stuff. Watched some of his old toy hunts, they're pretty decent. He has a different way of doing a toy hunt, which is quite inventive, I've got to admit. I like his style. But he's very kid orientated, I would have said. Whereas Days is in the middle. I'm pretty much X-rated. Fuck eating Vindaloo. Miss the middleman. Throw it down the shitter. Yeah, you're right. Vindaloo was on a great going in. Just not so good coming out. Yeah. Get your final thoughts in. What has been your highlight of the Euros? what you're looking forward to in Money in the Bank. Just anything. Just throw your final thoughts in. We'll have a couple of about 10 more minutes, and then yeah, gonna call it a night. Because I want to get my feet up, chill out, get ready for AEW. I'm sure you guys do as well. But this has been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. It's always better when it's a little bit more chilled out. Because there's no agenda. I'm not messing around writing stuff every 2 minutes. Let's talk about him sleeping in bed. I have WWE song to wake him up, lol. Sleeping in bed. Johnny Bates, we beat the little frogs. Shout out to you, buddy. I am looking forward to a Big E winning the Money in the Bank. Okay, cool. We ended the German knobs. Yes, we did. We stopped them in their tracks. Austin says the highlight has been the England surprise win. I look forward to seeing the fans at the show and hope that Drew doesn't win. Footballers we do not lob. Footballers we do not lob. Let's have more of these. Let's have more of these streams. I'm going to stream on Monday. Obviously, because I can't stream rest at weekend. I'm having tomorrow off, as there's a load of streams happening tomorrow anyway, so I am having a legit rest. But we are going to be back on Monday. We'll do a quiz on Monday. We'll do a similar chat as we're doing now. We'll incorporate a quiz into it as well. It gives me at least a day to actually figure out how I'm going to do the quiz. It's a lot of work. But you know, we might open the quiz up to not football, but general knowledge as well. It might not just be wrestling based. We might just throw it up and just have a laugh with it, because it's limited to wrestling questions, to be honest. I've done a lot of them already in the past, so we'll have a look at that. So if you're down for just like a general knowledge quiz with wrestling questions thrown in there for the shits, let me know. After this stream ends, I'm going to the store. Okay, you'll be going to the store very soon. Super Corbin needs to be a thing. Super Corbin, imagine Super Corbin. Bonjour. Bonjour, monsieur. Me currently watching right now is that John Cena RVD fight. John Cena's legit just put RVD through a chair. So we've had the moment where the shirts were thrown back into the ring. I am defo failing. No, they're really easy questions, to be honest. We don't do hard questions. We just do it for a laugh. People just throw in their answers, and if you want to score your points, do it, because I won't. we don't do point scoring here. It's too much like hard work. But we will have fun. And obviously by Monday, we'll have a different landscape on here, because we'll be down to 4 teams, and we'll have new people in the Pale of Fail. I'm watching Andy Murray, one game away from alright. I didn't even know Andy Murray was playing today, to be honest. I just stuck wrestling on. It's inappropriate. I'm not smart, neither am I, and I'm doing YouTube. For sure, with all the botches I make, it's pretty clear. WK Fig says, I hope Murray wins. Snap. Absolute snap. I wanted to win the tournament. We've got 6 minutes. I'll go for another 6 minutes. Then that'll take us up to 2 hours 30 minutes. God, I didn't even expect to do 2 hours, to be honest. This has been quite a really long stream. It's gone all 5 sets, has it really? Who's he up against? Let me know. Who's he up against? We don't have a timer. No, we don't. Edward Brown, shout out to you. You're late. We are shutting up this stream in a moment, so you're a bit late, my friend. Hey, England are in the final against Belgium, so just put them on the screen. I wished I could, but But sadly, we still got all these games to play before we get to them conclusions. It would be nice to just do that, wouldn't it? England have won it all. End of stream. Don't need to watch Euros. England have won. Bye. This would be so simple, wouldn't it? A German called Otte. We need him to lose then. Some England fans, it's like, you lost 2-0. Put him off. That's what they need to do. He's making his Wimbledon, and he's got him to 5 sets. He's not doing bad then on his flipping Wimbledon debut then, is he? In all fairness. Ooh, crafty. Kraut. I said Kraut. I think England will get to the final against Belgium and lose on penalties. Edward, you were doing so well. You were doing so well, and then you fell at the last hurdle. I'm going to have to ban you from the channel, bud. I'm only kidding. I'm kidding. No, I think we'll beat Belgium. If we can keep Kevin De Bruyne out of that team, they won't even get to this. They won't get to the final. Italy are beating them all day long. Are you doing the Olympics? I wished I could. I don't know. I'm not really one for a massive stream, because that is a massive stream. I could be tempted to do some of the bigger nights, track and field events. Depends on when I'm working and when I'm not working. I'll have a look at it, but I'm not sure. We'll have a look at it. I'll have a look at that. It's not something I'm a massive fan of. Great stream, Dave. Listened to the whole thing. Was a bit busy, but shout out to you, Chris De Zuma. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being involved when you can. Brilliant for you being here. Always a major part of this stream. I always enjoy your input anyway, so thank you, dude. Chuff for Murray. Another German defeat. Is he won? Oh, cool. Yes, James said Murray has won. I remember I am Scottish. Belgian support. I'm only joking. You're British, though, Edward. Don't forget that you're British. Remember that. You're British, so England. Yeah, but I see your point of view, dude. You're having some Austin pizza. I should time him out for the England remark. Yeah. I should do. Remember, I can time people out, Let's do some women diving. Yeah, if I'm off for the female beach volleyball, then we're definitely down for that action, dudes. We're definitely down for some of that. Japan as well. It depends on when what their time zone is as well. We'll have a look at it though. Yes, Daisy's doing a lot of the Olympics as well. I might do some Olympic-based videos though. I'm going to have a look at that. I'm definitely looking into the Olympics. I don't know how many live streams I'm planning to do though. But watch for some Olympic content. Yeah, I am doing the videos for July 15th, I think. So they're going to start the new videos. I'm going to try and work on some of them tomorrow. Or soon. I need to really get my act together. Not working on the Austin Curse cure. Chadwick, England win now, to be honest. Dave Shaquem, God, you're here right at the very end, bud. Right at the very end where I shut in shop, buddy. But nice to see you anyway. It's such a shame that you're here so late. Yeah, sadly we've been going for about 2.5 hours, and I am shutting the stream down very, very soon. Can't forget Can't forget the stream. Oh, the Only Fools and Horses stream. Yeah, I will look into that as well. Don't worry. We will do something on that as well. Yeah, definitely. I won't forget that, bud. Yeah, after this tournament's ended, we'll do a stream like that. I'll do some recommended streams. It definitely Only Fools and Horses. James, really think you did it. Anyway, need a shit, so see you guys later for AW. He's got his own tagline now as James. It's no longer me just needing a wait, James needs a shit. Shout out to you, buddy. Right, guys, right, I am absolutely calling it a day. Thanks for everybody what's joined in this stream. You guys have, absolutely carried this stream for longer than I thought it would be. Shout out to Dylan McClure, thank you. Hopefully we have a wrestling at some point soon. Yeah, we will do that as well at some point. We'll have a wrestling retro stream on this channel soon. Let's get the football out of the way, and we've got a little time before Premier League and all that stuff starts. So yeah, there's going to be some watch-alongs on this channel for sure. Don't worry about that. I will fit them in as and when. Need you to do a poll, see which shows that you want me to do the watch along on as well. So get ready to fire in your suggestions. So right, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. So bye to Austin316, bye James Chadwick, bye Dylan McClure, bye Johnny Bates. You need a willy wash. Okay, get that willy wash then. Bye Edward Brown, thank you for joining. I know you came late. Shaquem, thank you for joining. I know you were here late. Are you on Twitter? If you're on Twitter, come at me at D in real life, all in capitals, and then you'll know when I'm streaming. It's the best way to find out if I'm streaming or not. I'll just get the notification bell and you'll know when I'm live. Hopefully that will get you going. Connor, shout out to you. One more thing, Dave. Right, go on, fire in your last little line, Connor, dude. Later, Austin. Thank you all for coming. This has been awesome. But I'm just going to wait on Connor's last line. Be a good one. Because I am wrapping up. One more thing, Dave. Go on. I'm waiting. I was at work. Oh, alright, dude. Sorry about that fella. No worries. Maybe next time, yeah? Yeah, joint week. I can understand you working, dude. It's coming home. Nice one. Right, so thank you anyway, Shaquem. Thank you for joining anyway. I know it was a bit late. Yeah, no, you're cool, dude. You're cool. No worries. Glad you all were able to join in. Anyway, I've been Dave in real life. You guys have been awesome. And remember to always keep it real. Until Monday, quiz. Join the quiz. Same time. WK Figs, shout out to you. Kevin Correa, shout out to you. Yes, it's coming home. And yes, thank you for joining. Legends. All legends, a lot of you. Right. Right, for now, I need a wee. And I'll see you on Monday. England for the win. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's